Well, good morning and welcome to day 5 of the West Highland Way with baggage transfer. And today we're heading from Tyndrum, 20 miles along to Bridge of Orchy, Inveroran, and then our final resting spot for tonight at Glen Coe Mountain Resort. So, good morning. It was an early one this morning, 5:30, with the aim of getting on the go by 7 o'clock, which it is right now. Today, as I say, we're heading from Tyndrum along to Bridge of Orchy and then up over the hill into Inveroran, where we'll do the final 10 miles round to Glen Coe. So this is a 20-mile day. Hearing reports on Facebook yesterday, and this is hard to believe because it is Scotland, that the other day there a lady had to be rescued off a Rannoch moor, which if you've been out there, there's nothing there. It's moorland for 10 miles. Had to be rescued via quad bike, 2 quad bikes with a stretcher on the back from heat stroke. So I'm going to make sure I'm well stocked up with water today. And yeah, just look after that situation. I've actually got the legs covered up today as well, and I'll make sure I've got the hat and the Factor 50 on. It should all be good. But yeah, so bags are all the way in the baggage transfer, which should meet me along in Glen Coe Mountain Resort. Right, I'm going to get cracking on, and we'll speak to you in a bit. So this is a new development. Just down the hill from the Bridge of Orchy Hotel is a new facility called the 60 Mile Inn. Yeah, so it's pods. So this is going to be a fabulous new facility for those of you who don't want to camp. It's still in the developmental stage, but I reckon, what, a year from now, you'll be able to come and book into these. The trail is ever changing, and this is certainly an improvement because really you're down in the Bridge of Orchy Hotel. They've got some pods but limited numbers, and the camping's limited down here, so yeah, this gives you another option in the Bridge of Orchy. Right, it's 9:30 and it's time to go and grab some breakfast. Full cooked for me. We're one of the first ones here because we're up at 7 o'clock, so right, better get off the road or I'm going to get knocked down. Well, that's me. I've had my breakfast roll in at the Bridge of Orchy Hotel. It's worth noting, if you want a full cooked breakfast, you need to be here before 9:30. We missed it by 2 minutes. So yeah, best coffee of the West Highland Way so far. Bacon roll, black pudding roll, fueled up, ready to head over the hill and down into Inveroran. Down to the Bridge of Orchy, I've always got to resist the temptation to join in with this. Up at John O'Groats, if you've watched my North Coast 500 video, you'll see that I put my Red Man walking sticker on a designated billboard, but on the West Highland Way you'll see this quite a lot, and I'm not a fan, let's just say. I know people want to kind of leave their mark as they travel along a trail, but you know, do it in designated spots, but I'll show you what I mean. So this is the back of one of the road signs, and yeah, it's been plastered with everyone's stickers. Perhaps that's another thing that we need to get right on the West Highland Way, is give people the opportunity to leave their mark. Put these boards up that can be, you know, there for folks to stick their stickers on, but can be taken down when they get too full. Just another idea. So this place has been really well developed. If you saw me, I spoke about this I think last year, they have put a new car parking over here for camper vans so you can overnight stay. Just avoiding, there's one of the baggage transfer vans, AMS, if you're looking for an alternative. Yeah, they've put in a spot for camper vans, and down on the other side of the bridge is your wild camping spots. Now, I'm hoping you're going to be able to hear me over the wind noise, because my microphone gave up the ghost. So fingers crossed that's all working fine, but yeah, this is a beautiful wee campground, which again they did up a few years back to stop the water flowing straight down over it. But yeah, one of the more beautiful wild camping spots, which has access to a pub. Well, that's me. I've reached the top of the, well, it's the highest point between Bridge of Orchy and Inveroran. It just feels like a short time since I had breakfast and coffee. But I feel a pint coming on when I get down to the bottom, to the Inveroran Hotel. In the meantime, here's a 360 of the view from the top of here. So it's always a welcome relief to get onto a nice smooth bit of track, but this is the point on the West Highland Way where we leave that bit of smooth road behind and we're heading on the old drove road to Glen Coe. So I know from here it's exactly 10 miles until I get to the Glen Coe ski resort. So let's get out onto Rannoch Moor, keep hydrated so we don't end up getting heat stroke like that poor woman. And yeah, get the 10 miles done to my favourite spot on the West Highland Way. It's beautiful out here, but yeah, the midday sun is quite strong. I'm quite glad for the sun hoodie. I know they're becoming more and more of a thing in the UK. Is it global warming? I don't know. But yeah, quite glad to have the arms and legs covered up today and something to put over my head just to keep the direct sunlight off. When you're on Rannoch Moor on a day like today, you're exposed the entire day. There's nothing to keep the sun off you, so yeah, wee sun hoodie. Stylish. No, they're not stylish at all. But yeah. So I reckon we're about 13 miles into the day, so it's another 7 miles to get round into Glen Coe. And yeah, we're making good time today. I think the weather certainly helps. I've never yet done this section of the West Highland Way and had rain. I can imagine travelling across the Rannoch Moor section of the West Highland Way in the rain. It must be quite miserable. But this year I've got it quite lucky. I need to apologise as well if there's a bit of wind noise on the audio. My microphone, I won't say it gave up the ghost, but I ran out of battery to charge it, and all the sockets on the campsite were taken last night, so yes, we have no microphone system at the minute, but hopefully I'll be able to sort that out tonight, get my battery packs charged, and the microphone will be ready to go for my favourite section on day 6 from Glen Coe Mountain Resort over to Kinloch Leaving. Right, 7 miles to go. I will bring you back when we get to the mountain resort. Well, this is definitely a first for the channel. I've just arrived at the Glen Coe Mountain Resort, and I've got a wee thank you from Jacqueline from Highland Expressions. I've had a pint left behind the bar, so cheers Jacqueline, thank you very much for that, that's very, very kind. I'm going to get this down me, and then I need to get down the hill and get my tent pitched. I was going to do that at first, but the lady behind reception and said that Jacqueline had left me a pint, so cheers for that Jacqueline. I'm going to enjoy this after a 20-mile day and then get myself down and get the tent put up. But yes, thank you very much, much appreciated. Well, that's me. I have been up to the Glen Coe Mountain Resort and had my dinner, a massive, I couldn't actually finish it, plate of chicken curry with rice and a red velvet cake to finish it off. Special shout out to Jacqueline from Highland Expressions for my gift of a pint when I got here. I was so unexpected, and yeah, it's made my evening, so thank you for that Jacqueline, much appreciated. So we arrive here just next to where the main restaurant is at the Glen Coe Mountain Resort. If you go along to the left to where the shower block is, that's where you find the secure lockup for your baggage transfer. So there we go, there's 3 out of 5 so far. I've had somewhere for you to lock up that expensive kit of yours. Hopefully you'll hear me over the wind. I'm going to wrap up because I'm going to go into a food coma because I've eaten so much food. But anyway, tomorrow, day 6, we're heading from Glen Coe over to Kinloch Leaving via the Devil's Staircase. It's going to be another cracking day. Go create your own adventures, and we'll see you on the next one.